It's What's the Crack? With Anton and his mum who shaves his bum, Sherrie Ann.
Welcome back to another episode of What's the Crack, the podcast that brings you banter and bonding. I'm Anton.
And I'm Sherrie Ann, Anton's mum.
Oh, you never said the bum shaving this time.
Shaves his bum.
You never said it this time.
No, you keep telling me not to.
No, well, do you know what? I've got used to it now, so when you don't say it, I'm actually more confused.
All right, so I'm Anton's mum who shaves his bum.
Take two. So, Mother, we're on to episode number 6 now.
Oh.
Episode number 6. We got commissioned for 5 episodes and we're still here. So,
Well, we're here.
the podcast is going well. We hit the top 12 in the UK.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Within the first few episodes, I think we've done well to get there.
Yep.
People just tuning in every week to listen to us
But I mean,
chat.
really, when you think about it, Anton, the podcast was really something that we weren't going to do. We never had any plans to do. But it's just happened naturally.
It has.
And it's just filtered out there naturally.
It has, and I'm happy. This is our first one we've done in Scotland together.
Is it?
Yeah, we've been London, we've been Manchester, now we're back in Scotland, so it's a first.
Right, so there you go. We're in our hometown,
We're in our
Glasgow.
hometown. It's good. We've had a busy week, so it's been nice to just have a base in Scotland right now to come to, which is really good. So, this week...
So we're going to go back in all the weeks and condense it all and then close the chapter.
Well, we've had some good guests. We've had some really good guests. I really enjoyed last week's one with Wes Nelson. That was an amazing episode and really inspired me quite a lot, actually.
Well, I liked the bit where he was doing his wee, giving me his wee beats to my Anton's mum. But anyway, we'll not go there.
We won't go there, no, but we've had some really good guests on, but it's really nice for us just to catch up. I really wanted to dive into relationships this week. Because,
I knew you were going to go there.
Well, obviously, the breakup's been in the headlines this week. And also, as well, there's been a lot of questioning and negativity towards our relationship.
Oh.
So
example,
I've
you know
got-
me, I won't go through it.
I've got the examples here. I've took some screenshots. So
Okay,
I'm going to read...
You never said to me.
No, I never said to you because I
Oh,
wanted...
you just like to put me on the spot,
I
don't
love to
you?
put you on the spot. Plus,
Right,
I don't want to
okay.
fill you with negativity, but I think it's something we do need to address. So, bearing in mind we went to Italy together, one thing I need to actually address about the Italy trip is a lot of people are commenting about us matching outfits.
Matching outfits?
Yeah, so we need to address this because, to be fair, they were matching. However, that was the day I was really ill in Italy. So I had a full other outfit on and then I put a jumper on because, remember, I was really ill.
Yeah.
And it turns out we were actually matching. We both had the white on and we had the jumper pulled over us because I then got hot. So I put
But is that bad?
I don't know. Apparently it's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. But anyway, we won't get into that. But that just clears up why we were matching. It was not intentional at all.
I just can't imagine that people actually sit there and waste their energy looking at our outfits, thinking how weird we are.
That's it. You can imagine them just sitting raging in their room on the computer, just going, not even knowing who we are. But anyway, we will not get into that. We're going to get into the actual comments that we're
Right,
saying.
on you go.
Right, you ready for this? Sadly, his mother is so ingrained in his life, no girl would want to be in a committed relationship with him. What do you have to say about that?
I would think it was quite weird if a mother didn't have that sort of protection, and I don't know, Anton, what to say to that. I just can't imagine, mothers not caring about who their son's partner is. Yes, if the partner is good for you, that's fine. You saw I've let you go how many times in relationships. But when there's something to be addressed, maybe I'm a nosy old woman, but that's the way it is. I don't think I'll ever stop being like that, son.
But I think I'm just reading these comments to you.
Right,
I don't have
okay.
any opinion on it.
I
and-
won't elaborate too much.
No, you don't need to. Right, second one. Okay, I've only done I've only done 2, right? But
Thank God.
to be fair, there was a lot of positive ones there as well, but I just wanted to address the negative ones.
Well, when I was speaking to who informs me, you know, I don't flick through Instagram much and that, but any important things that happen, they let me know. But I say to them, don't tell me if it's negative, because I really just don't want to know.
Well, get to know. So here's the next one. Very narcissistic. He's joined to the hips with his mother. No girl will ever stand a chance with him. He's a mummy's boy, and that's always a huge red flag.
Oh, and whose opinion?
When that person's in, I'll tell you his opinion. In Sans_1506 opinion.
Oh, a number opinion. All right then, let's move on.
Probably with no followers or any pictures on a profile. But no, the reason I wanted to bring that up today is I do want to dive into relationships. And, you know, we do have a lot of support around our relationship, hence why this podcast has been done. This was asked for by the public for us to be together. But it's never nice when you read these comments and people have their opinions on our relationship, especially when your duty and your job as a mother is to love your son. And we do have a very, very close relationship. There's no doubt about it. And that's okay.
Let people think what they want. What other people think of me is actually none of my business, Anton.
And you don't really care anyway, do you?
I don't give a toos.
So for those that are commenting, usually on my mum's Instagram, it's me that's reading it. But I'm sure that you'll agree with this. It's all good and well reading negative comments that are about you, but when it's about someone you love and you care about, it's not that nice.
Oh, it's such a, yeah.
And that's why I wanted to address this today, because it's not nice to hear. And the people that are writing these comments, like, we do see them as much as they don't think we do. And I don't think our relationship's weird in any stretch of the imagination. We're just close.
Full stop.
Right, okay.
Full stop.
I don't think you liked that, did you?
No, I just, you know me, I just let it. Let's get into something happy. You know, I'm a happy baby.
Right, well, we're going to get into relationships anyway, all in all. So that's what we're talking about, is our relationship.
A relationship, first of all, don't you think you've got to have a good relationship with yourself first before you can have a good relationship with anybody else?
Oh, absolutely. I've noticed that over the years with several relationships I've been in. I've not been 100% the best version of myself and ready for a partner to come in, and therefore the partner never got the best, or it wasn't the best relationship because of that aspect. And I think people in this day and age are just purely looking for a relationship and looking for happiness in another individual rather than finding happiness within themselves first and foremost.
So didn't we... you know, sort of before you got prepared to go on when you were going on to Love Island, you knew you were going to be there. And you says, Mum, I says, remember, make sure everybody ticks those wee boxes as well.
Yeah.
So what boxes did I ask you to get ticked, Anton?
There was a lot. There was a big list. But ultimately, you just want to find someone that makes you happy as well, you know?
It makes you happy.
Yeah. Makes you happy. There, loves, supports you, cares for you.
Loyal.
Well, loyal shouldn't even be in the equation. That shouldn't even be a tick box. That should just be standard.
But is it?
Well, it's like buying a pair of shoes without laces. Like, it should come hand in hand. Do you know what I mean?
It should, but in most relationships it doesn't.
No, I know, absolutely. But it's just part and parcel of it. But anyway, we're kind of
swaying off. So we were talking about. So you tell me what happened there during the week with your relationship.
Yeah. So obviously we've not really dived into this, and I've not spoke about this at all. So this is the first opportunity to speak about this whole situation. I thought that the best time to do it would be in our podcast, where we could just be. Well, you can hear it from the horse's mouth, effectively. So there's a lot going round. So in the press, it's came out that a source has said that distance was the issue. Now, we're in London every other week, so I don't see where distance was the issue.
So who said distance was the issue?
It was a source that was said.
A source?
A source, yes. But obviously that wasn't the case. And look, we can dive into he said, she said, whatever. But I just wanted to clear up the whole point of the breakup in general. I think that we've came out of the villa and we've tried to give it a go. I think we've tried to give it a fair go. We've seen each other quite a lot. But ultimately...
Yeah, you absolutely did see each other quite a lot. But again, me being your mother, I just actually knew within it was just a really, really good friendship.
Yeah.
And yourself and Georgia, the distance, whatever the source was there, yes, you saw each other a couple of times every
other week, pretty much.
Every other.
Yeah.
But I think the two of you got more into that friendship with each other than into the
I just don't think that there was that romantic spark really there. We did both try. At times it was there, but just not enough for it to continue as a relationship. And
so that spark never fired off anything.
And it never really did. And I think, especially in Georgia's side, I think that she had so many people in her side wanting it to work for her, but it just was never there for her. I don't think it was never there for her.
You could see it was never there for Georgia.
And
really.
Do you know what? I think she's been getting a lot of stick as well online about this thing that she was faking it. But I think she did genuinely try to make it work and I think she wanted to make it work, but it just wasn't there. And it just wasn't there.
If it's not there, it's not there. One thing I will say, Georgia, for me particularly, I could really never think her being your girlfriend.
Yeah.
But what I did see in Georgia was a friend.
Yeah.
Like there was certain things that she would, say to you, and she would have your back, and that's what I liked about Georgia.
Yeah.
As like a girlfriend or wife, I just couldn't see that connection.
Yeah, I don't think that was there. We did try our best to make it work, and there's been a few comments online as you get that it was all fake and that, but it wasn't. We just done what normal people do. You come off a show like that where it's very high pressure. We've tried to make it work, and it's not worked out. So that's that cleared up now. So I'm single. I'm single again.
There we go. Here we go. What does it mean, Anton?
It means I can focus on myself. It means that I can focus on bettering myself. Since coming out the villa, it's been a hectic few weeks.
You've been right off track, son. Completely off track in lots of ways as well, because you are a man of routine.
Yeah.
And this sort of, you have to be there tomorrow. You've got to be there. It's you just like absolute structure, and this off the cuff. Next week we need you there. The week after we.
Yeah.
It does knock you off cycle.
Yeah, and even being in Italy, we were.
Oh, Italy was good. Can we talk about Italy, Anton?
Let's talk about Italy.
I really, really did love Italy. I loved the foods. I loved the atmosphere. But I'll tell you, I was really surprised how recognised you were in Italy.
Yeah, well, a lot of Americans.
Amazing.
A lot of Americans. I was surprised by that myself.
And I couldn't believe that you would actually think we were in America rather than Italy, because it was all Americans.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good time. The wine vineyard was unbelievable, wasn't it? You ended up a little bit drunk in that.
A little bit.
Yeah, but anyway, we're verging off track. So, based on relationships, you're married for 30 plus years?
So that's me, been married 33 years.
Do you know, that's another thing. Everyone seems to think you're a single mum for some reason.
That I'm a single mum?
Yeah, because Dad's never in any of this stuff because he likes to keep himself out of it. And everyone there's comments about you being a single mum, and everyone's like, what? It seems they think that because you should be focusing on finding yourself a gentleman. Oh, that was another comment, rather than worrying about my relationships. So people are thinking you're a single mum, but you're not. You're happily married. Well, married.
I've been married for 33 years. Totally. Your dad, it's not easy. Marriage, relationships, it's not easy. But we've got to go through the ups and downs. We made a commitment to each other.
Yeah.
What's the marriage vows, Anton?
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part. And in our day, when I was younger, when we got married 33 years ago, a promise was a promise.
Yeah.
When you made a commitment was a commitment. I am committed to my husband, to my business, and most of all to my son. So as much as I get fed up sometimes, and sometimes I want to run away or hide under, or don't want to get under, I don't want to get up out my bed, I still have a commitment and that loyalty to protect my son, my husband, my business. But nowadays, there doesn't seem to be that hard work put into any relationship.
Yeah. What is the analogy you use about the shoes?
The shoes.
Back to the shoes, yeah.
Back in our day, I mean, when we were younger, we had one pair of shoes for school and one pair of shoes for gym shoes that we had to take for school. And they were sort of wee black gym shoes. And they lasted us until we grew out of them. And once we grew out of them, they were passed down to my brother or somebody. Or if the shoe was broke, the heel in the shoe.
This was more the point rather than that point. This was more the point. I don't know where you were going with that one, because you can't pass down your partner. That's not the point.
No,
So the point is how the shoes relate to the relationship. So what you always speak about, maybe I'll remind you.
okay, maybe you can condense it.
You said that when you were younger and you used to get a hole in your shoe, for example,
Yeah.
you would fix the shoe rather than just chucking them out and buying a new pair.
We would take it to the shoe and get it repaired. Now people don't want to repair things.
Yes.
They want to replace things.
Yes.
Straight away, that's the point. Repair or replace.
We got there eventually, guys. We did get there eventually. Like she said, she is getting on a little bit. Actually, in the car on the way here, you said, Anton, sometimes I feel like my brain just goes a little bit off, so always pull me back. So that was an example of pulling her back. So yeah, well, what would you then say that with being in a 30-plus year relationship is the keys to having a solid relationship and a long-lasting relationship, ultimately?
Well, I can't talk for everybody, but for me and your dads, as you know, we actually work together.
Yeah.
We're constantly with each other, 24/7. And that's not easy in itself. And there is times, it is really demanding and you do just want to run away. Me and your dads as well, we've made that commitment and we just get on with what we have to do. When we do have we feel down or, years ago your dad used to be very, very quick in picking me up. But as you get older, I think your dad's, and I'm the same with your dad, you lost that wee bit of respect for each other. You lost that bit of, what is it Anthony Robbins says, Anton, that you like in a relationship?
Yeah, so Tony Robbins, one of the main motivational speakers that I used to listen to when I was younger, he had this thing where he talked about, he said, if you do what you've done in the beginning of a relationship, there would never be an end.
That's it.
So the example he uses, which we always laugh about, is when you're with someone for, 7 days, or when you're first together, it's, oh, honey, will you take out the trash? And you're like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Take out the trash.
Take out the trash. Then you fast forward 7 months, 7 years, 70 years. Honey, will you take out the trash? What am I, your fucking janitor? And it's true.
Yeah.
It is true, because you start to take the things for granted and you don't tend to do as much for the other person as you would do in the beginning. But what I think a lot of people do in the beginning is they overcommit as well.
Well, I think what people do is, in the beginning of a relationship, and looking inside to between yourself, Anton, and your friends or whatever, and I've saw over the years, you try to be something, you as you say, overcommit.
Yeah.
Overcommit instead of just relaxing, being yourself, but you want to do a wee bit more. You want to buy the chocolates, flowers, perfume.
Fancy restaurant, etc.
And then, so you set a certain standard that you actually need to keep sort of there. When that standard
was never there anyway.
Because you're not one for... But one relationship you were in, you could see it was all about show. Oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, whatever. But really, you are a really homely boy, where your ideal night was cooking something in the house, getting a wee bit of ice cream, cozying into a film.
Yeah.
But then with certain girls, I've noticed, it's like you want to impress.
Yeah. I can relate to that, yeah, absolutely. Well, I can relate to it because that's what I did. And the prime example as well is when you first start dating someone, I think that you always want to see them. So it's like if the boys are messaging you to go out with them, you're like, nah, like I'm going there. But then ultimately, as time goes on, when you're with your partner all the time, and the boys ask you to go out, when you then want to go out with the boys, your partner's confused because it's like, well, you used to always want to see me.
Yeah.
So that's where you need to create that line almost from the start where it's like, no, I will spend time with my friends and I will spend time with my partner as well.
I noticed in the beginning of the relationship with me and your dad, we were genuinely homely bodies anyway. We liked to do everything at home. We actually got really unhappy when outside influences came into our company because it wasn't just like love that we had. We actually could do everything as a friend together.
Yeah.
We used to, like, if your dad was in the bath, I'd sit in there and do the bath and chat away with him and rub his back, or then he'd come out and the two of us would put face packs on. We always done... You know, what was good about your dad in the beginning as well, he got into the bit of feminine side with me when I wanted to do girly things. He would do, right, Michael, put on a face pack. Right, okay. So it's, what you call it, compromise.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that your dad used to want to do, like go and see old cars and blah, 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 which was mabber. But because you love somebody, you want to do it to make them happy.
Do you know why I'm laughing? Do you know why I'm laughing right now? It's because I know for a fact if Dad wanted to go and see old cars now, you'd tell him to fuck off. And if he wanted to put on a face mask, he'd tell you to fuck off.
Well, So over the years, we made that connection. But then it got to a stage, I would say, we started, would you say, lost respect for each other's feelings. I don't know.
I think you just get complacent in a relationship. I think it's that you take the other person for granted. That's what I think happens. It's happened with myself in previous relationships as well. You get to a stage and you do take it for granted. Then when that person isn't there anymore, that's when you would give everything just to have that certain moment back where you would have done these stupid things together.
Full stop.
Yeah, it is. That's it. It's just taking another person for granted. So how do you ever get away from that? Because it's like anything in life. It's like we get a new phone.
Well,
and, the first thing we don't want to, we're protecting the cover and we're looking after it. And then after a few weeks, it's just there. Or you get a new car. It's the exact same things.
It all depends on what, yourself. That when I buy something, see, there you go. There, that's that. Replace.
But then you're ultimately contradicting yourself because...
No, because when I've got something, when I buy something, I've got it for years.
Yeah, that's true.
Forever. I mean, these jean pants have come back round in style.
Jeans. She always calls them jean pants.
They've come back round in style.
They actually have come back round in style,
they've been in my wardrobe for, 20 years?
Yeah, true.
So... so I always take care of things. So when I buy something, I buy it with love and I want to keep that love there. But why are you laughing? Come on, give me an example.
I'm just because we're gauging these examples on relationships. So what we're talking about is how that, with your relationship, you take things for granted. And that is the case in any relationship. So my point is, how do you not do that and how do you come away from that? Taking things for granted.
Well, it's Again, everything's about respect. The key word is respect. Have respect for, like you say with Anthony Robbins, you've got to do in the beginning.
So the point is that in any relationship, then I suppose, don't set unrealistic standards at the start. Be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself. A person will love you for who you are, not what you've got, not what you're trying to be. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to be somebody else, it's only a matter of time before you show your true colours. No doubt about it. No doubt. And that's where it will fail.
Yeah.
So, love. What is love about? What is love about? The boxes are. What is love about, Anton?
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm
You're asking me the question? Well, you're asking the single man in the room right now about love. So, I mean, let's reverse the question.
So, love is about loyalty, respect for each other, having a dream, visualising that dream together, visualising a lifetime together, and working towards it. That's it. So, and sharing these dreams and helping each other achieve their dreams.
Yeah, supporting each
And
other.
that, Anton, I got a wee moment there. That's what it is about, dreaming together.
You got anything else to add to that?
I got a wee bit emotional there.
Right, okay, so with your boy, your son, being single again, what is it you would like to, what sort of partner would you like to see me with?
I think you need to find your true self first.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to know as well exactly what you're looking for. But before you're looking, you've got to exactly know what you're about.
Yeah.
And I think now, at this stage in your life, again, you're getting pulled in all different directions.
Yeah.
You are a people pleaser.
Yeah.
You don't like to say no to people.
Yeah, you don't like to let people down.
You don't like to let people down. I mean, you're just, that's
But I'm
just
pleasing
the way you
everyone
are.
else. It's pleasing everyone else,
And
but
then-
not pleasing myself. And I'm not letting out other people down, but I'm letting myself down with a lot of things at this
You
moment.
let yourself down, but also you're letting the people around you. For example, if you want to talk, let's just hit it right to the bone. So you didn't give me an agenda of what we were talking about. You just wanted me to. So when it comes to being something and going out there and try to influence other people and help other people, you're getting pulled in all directions. You want to help, you want to do, but you're not happy because you're people pleasing. So you know when you come back home, it's like you've given all your energy to everybody else. And when the true people, loyalty, trust, sometimes you always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. Are you with me?
No, I'm not with you. Go on, elaborate.
So you're not happy. You come back home and I get the dregs, the bottom of the, because you're not happy. And you can only express yourself to maybe myself and your dad. That I've been out there today. What's wrong, Anton? Yeah, it's a good day. Yeah, I had to do this, that, whatever. But then we're getting the lower energy side of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a difficult process over the last few weeks, just getting back into normal life. But this week's been good. We've been back in Scotland for the full week. I think that's one of the first times that we've had that. So it's been nice to kind of get into a routine, back in the office, working away.
But I feel as well this week, although I've not looked too deeply into the sort of comments or anything that's been on about you and Georgia, I do feel your wee heart's sinking a wee bit in its own way.
Well, I've lost a friend, haven't I? I've lost a friend out of it.
I don't know why you can't keep friends, because that's where it started. And with everybody trying to push
Yeah.
us together, that's
what
why.
it is. It's because we've been so much pressured into a certain direction, and it's yeah, it's not turned out that way, and then the press start mixing things, and it looks like people are saying certain things about other people. They're trying to say that I've had digs at her, she's had digs at me, when probably ultimately when you look at it, we probably haven't even had digs at each other. So it just gets all a big mess when everyone starts sticking their nose in it.
Yeah, and
so it's not easy, but again, we threw ourselves into the public eye in that way. So that's our. Don't be a taxi driver if you don't like traffic. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. We put ourselves out there. People are entitled to their opinions on the whole situation. But
people will always have their opinions
but
on
is
the
it easy
situation.
when every day there's a press article about something that was said, done? Is it easy when you read certain comments about your integrity as a man? People question if I actually am a gentleman still because of things they've read.
But so, do you feel you need to prove that? That's why these comments?
Absolutely not. But that is going to obviously affect your mood in general when you're reading these things on a daily basis and you see it. You can't help but not see it. And yeah, it's not easy. It can be difficult, but that's just part of the life. And every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. Most days over the last few weeks, it's been difficult to wake up in the morning with motivation, but I still get up, I still go.
You still get up,
no matter
and you
what.
do.
And I think that's an important message for people as well. You're not always going to feel motivated. If you're waiting for the day for motivation to come, then you'll be waiting forever. You need to go up, get up and go after it no matter what. That's what you need to do. And you need to keep going because you ain't always going to feel positive. Shit's going to happen in life. You're going to have breakups. You're going to have people pass away. You're going to have bad days. But you need to get up and go after it every single day. And that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We might not move at the same pace as we do in the motivation days or when we're positive, but we go after it every day.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
And
Definitely.
And that's just part of it. So yeah, things over the last few weeks have been tricky, but I feel like now I've got a clear path with everything, and obviously we're working on a few projects at the minute, which is great, and we're excited about.
There's a lot to be excited about. We've got the Can Do Crew coming soon.
Yeah, the Can Do Crew, our kids' fitness and wellness app.
And whoever liked the Razor app, you're definitely going to like my theme song for the Can Do Crew.
Yeah, Can Do Crew's theme song is very good. The characters are good. So we've got a lot of exciting things. In the next few weeks, I'm doing the STV Big Scottish Breakfast.
Yeah,
where we're feeding underprivileged kids at schools, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's actually quite heartbreaking that 240,000 kids in Scotland don't get a breakfast.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So the way I always look at it is our problems ain't really problems, you know, the ones that we've got. Us, we're talking about us being slightly down, and that's what I go back to with. You still wake up and you go after it because our problems aren't problems. That's life, Anton. Ups, downs, wrong roads, right roads, backing roads, U-turn, you know. Yeah. So that's just part of it. That's just part of everything. So I feel like we've caught up with everything quite well in terms of the relationship thing. Today I really wanted to cover, you know. One thing I would like to say about the relationship with Georgia, I know that there's a lot of people thinking that, you know, that you were involved in it in some way. That I was. You and Georgia got on well in the podcast. We never actually had any qualms whatsoever. We had that great day. We literally done the podcast. Day. We went for food. We sang. We got drunk together in the taxi. We had a great day. So it was all good. I think that things have just got twisted in the media, and that was very important for me today, especially to sit down and get this all off my chest. So you've kind of had the brunt of it because I've not really spoke to you about this either. To be honest as well, I don't really care what other people say, but one thing I will say is, yes, things have been twisted around, and, you know, maybe Georgia, I've not reached out to say this is all wrong or whatever way she sees things. But she's been in the industry longer than all of us. She's done everything under the sun. She should understand that. I was ready to say, I'm sure Georgia knows how the media play with their headlines and whatever. So, what I will say, absolutely great girl, and I wish her
all the success in the world because she does deserve it.
Yeah, she'll get it there as well, and like we spoke about before, she empowers women. She's got a lot going on. She's great. So yeah, like it's just a chapter that wasn't for us, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, next coming weeks, a few more episodes to go. Get under the bag. What guests would you like to see?
Well, we're hoping Craig's coming on soon.
Yeah, there's talks of getting Craig David on, which would be amazing. I look forward to that.
Who would I like on?
Yeah, who would you? Oh God, you know, Mum. Do you know what?
Well, you always say
this. You do reach to you. You know, I'm all for having dreams. I'm all for being optimistic. But who are you going to say? I mean, Michelle Obama was in your mouth the other day.
Oh, I love Michelle Obama, Anton.
Michelle Obama, if you're by chance listening to this podcast, like, come on.
But Michelle Obama's all about helping the kids eat healthier, blah, blah, blah.
Are you going to pay for a flight out from America?
Well, if she's sincere about...
We'll go there. Get a holiday in the process.
No, it's not about a holiday in the process. If, you know, Michelle Obama, you go, I'm away with it. Yes, maybe. But that's what this woman's about, helping kids eat healthier. There's a lot of similarities there. And if, what is it they say? You say, Anton, I reached too high. If I didn't reach at all, I'd never get anything.
No, true. And there has been stranger things in our lives that have happened to us. There's definitely been stranger things.
There's a song, Anton, I believe in miracles.
Yeah, we certainly do. So, yeah, going back to the question, who would you like to see in the podcast?
I would, again, you've made me paranoid because I've got all
Just go on, just say it.
I would like to see The Rock on the podcast.
To be fair, if I had one person in the world I could choose, would be that man.
Oh, absolutely. Persona, everything.
I don't think you'd be able to speak if The Rock was on it.
I think I'd wet my pants.
In what way?
Oh, Anton, that's horrible.
Oh, but you can say all the stuff you say to me.
I would probably pee my pants.
Oh, pee your pants. Well, use your terminology correct.